Hello dear, welcome once again. In this video, you are going to have the explanation of the poem If, written by Rudyard Kipling. Very interesting and very inspirational poem. I hope you will understand it clearly and please do comment after listening to this. Here is an interesting and very inspirational poem, and its title is very crisp, just two-letter F. Now here in this poem, the poet gives certain conditionals and he tells these things to his son. If he could fulfill all these conditions, then what happens? He tells at the last stanza, ending he tells, that is, he says, if you can do all these things, then you will be a man, my son. And the beauty of this poem is that it is only one sentence. It is a complex sentence with all if clauses and very inspirational. So let me give you stanza by stanza. If you can keep your head here, keep your head means keep your cool, temperament, composure, cool. If you can do that, when all about you are losing theirs means their heads or their composure. If they lose their temper, you must keep cool. Let them be hot, no problem. Losing it theirs and blaming it on you. Something has happened and they are blaming you. In that case also, you should not lose your temper. You should not be hot. Just keep cool, he says. If you can do that, you will be a good man. You will be a real human being. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, even if everybody around you, they don't trust you, they doubt you, but you should have the trust on you. That means you should be very confident of what you are doing. But make allowance for their doubting too. You should not say that they should not doubt you. It is their prerogative. Let them doubt, no problem. But you should have the confidence that you are a trustworthy person for at least yourself. Your trust should be on you. If you can wait and not be tired by, that means you should always be patient enough to wait for the results. You should not be in a hurry. If you can do that, or being lied about. If somebody says a lie, tells a lie, then you should not do that. Don't deal with lie. So when there is a situation wherein people are telling lies, to prove that you are correct, you should not take the support of a lie for countering a lie. Lie should not be countered with another lie. Then it is of no use, he says. Or being hated, don't give way. Give way means don't surrender. Or being hated, that means when somebody hates you, you should not hate them. That is it. Let them hate, no problem. But you should not do the same thing. So it should not be tit for tat. So if it is done like that, then you can't be a good human being, he says. So give way, the surrender to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor walk too, talk too wise. These two things, he gives a very good advice. Don't look too good. So you be good, but don't show that you are good. Don't show that you are too good. And don't talk too much. Don't show that you are too wise. The second stanza, if you can dream and not make dreams your master. Oh, when you want to plan for your future. That's what we call it as dreaming. That means good things for your career. It should be based on a reality, not just dreaming. Your dreams should be realizable. You should be able to realize them. If you can think and not make your thoughts your aims, so that here it means that it should not remain always thinking. Some people are there, they only plan, never ever they execute them. You should not be of that kind. There should be action, not only just planning. So therefore he says it should not be your aim. There should be a destination. Or watch the things you gave your life to broken. So you watch whatever you do, you should have a watchful eye on your own actions. And then if it is broken, that means if you meet with a failure, and that should not be the end. You should not be disheartened. You should not lose your trust on yourself. Have trust on you. And he says, finally, you have to take all those tools, worn out tools, he says. That means useless. Whatever you thought that they were all useless now, worn out, you take them again. Build them, rebuild them. Make your life progressive. So, one failure should not hold you back. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of a pitch and toss, he says. So, all through your life so far, you have been doing all good deeds. And sometimes you may have to take a risk of doing something which you might feel that it may come as a blow to you. That means while doing good things, if you have to take a decision that may not be successful, but it's a big deal. If you do that and if you succeed in that, then it will be a great achievement. That you have to take risks in life for better things. So always you should not be complacent with what you have done. Always you should not hold an opinion that taking a risk is not good. Taking the risk sometimes is good. And start again at your beginning. That means if you have lost, don't be disheartened. Come back. Try again. Try again. And never breathe a word about your losses. That means if you have failed once, just forget it, he says. Never breathe a word about it means never tell anyone about your losses. Never ever bring them again and again to your mind. Because sometimes these things will hinder your progress. They come as a stumbling block in your progress. So therefore, we have to take everything graciously, whether it is winning or is losing. Take it graciously and move forward. That is the positive attitude what we should have. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew, your mind, and nerve and sinew means your physical body. So if you can force these things, that means when you grow old or weak by any other things, that should not hold you back. So your willpower is very important. So what he says, to serve your turn long after they are gone. They means here your mind and body. So when they become weak, your will should be strong. So you again ask your body and mind to do the job. Just because you are retired, Just because you are weak, you should not give up. Your willpower should help you come again with a triumph. And so, hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says them hold on. When they say hold on means when your body and mind say hold on, that means don't go further, stop it. They may say sometimes, they may dissuade you from doing the hard work, but he says in that case also tell them, no, I am not going to listen to you, I am going to listen to my willpower. If your will is strong, then body will work. You can make your body work even if it is weak. Willpower is very important. That's what he wants to say here. So when you listen to your willpower, then you will do miracles. The fourth stanza, if you can talk with the crowds and keep your virtue. So that means whenever we are in a mob, that means a crowd. So we go with the crowd. Sometimes the uncontrollable crowd says with one voice, okay, break this, burn this. We all see this. So that time you have to hold on to your virtue. That means you should not go with the mad crowd. Being in mad crowd also, you should hold on to your virtue. So your inner conscience always should be strong. You should not simply believe what the mob says, or walk with the kings nor lose the common touch. As you progress in life, sometimes you may make rich people your friends. Kings means now here rich people. You may go further, you may develop, you may become a great person, but you should never lose your roots. The common people, your friends, those who are there in high school, or your childhood friends, you should never forget them. You should be in touch with them. Because if you are in touch with those people, you face the reality. You should not be in the ivory towers. So he says, even if you are sitting in an ivory tower, you should have your mind there. That means don't ever forget your roots, what you were once. Just what we are is not important. What we were sometimes, that also is important. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if you all men count with you, but none too much. So this means neither foes nor loving friends. That means you may have very good friends and your enemies. Sometimes your friends also might hurt you, or your foes are there always for hurting only. So you have to take them equally. So let them hurt, no problem. If all men count with you, you are very important to all of them, but none too much. Then don't make anybody to feel that you are a very important person for them. This also is bad, he says. Let the people feel that you are an important person, but not too much. Otherwise, what will happen? Those people will depend on you. They will not have their own thoughts. Too much dependence is not good. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with the 60 seconds worth of a distance run, he says. Oh, beautiful. See, he calls time as unforgiving thing. That means if you waste your time, it is not going to forgive you. You can't say, sorry, I have lost the time and give me another chance. Yesterday will never come again. That's what he wants to say. Yesterday will never come back. That means even if you say sorry, that yesterday will not come to you. Therefore, time is such a thing it will never forgive you. Yours is the earth and everything that is in it. Then if you do all these things, ifs, so whatever advices he has given so far, if you can fulfill all these conditionals, if you can realize all of them, if you follow all these ifs, then he says you are the winner. The whole world will be with you, and you will be the master of this world, he says. Master, it doesn't mean that it is only materialistic. Like some emperors wanted to conquer the whole world. That is a materialistic way of seeing the things. But here, the whole world is yours means like Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela, like that. The whole world is with them. Therefore, he says, if you can follow all these things, if you can imbibe all these things in you, and if you can realize all these things, or that is bring into action of all these ifs, then you are the winner. So the beauty of this poem is all these conditions he puts, and lastly he says, if you do all these things, you will be a great human being. So that means you have to do first. Do and then expect. Just expecting without doing anything is of no use.